Can everybody see the
Yes,
share
we
screen?
can. Yes, we can see. I can see.
Okay, today is the module one. It means the class one. Last class was introduction class. So this one is the introduction to cloud. And in this module, we will learn about the introduction of cloud computing, the definition and the description of cloud computing, classified cloud computing, how you can classify a cloud computing, purpose of cloud computing, why we need cloud computing, Azure as a cloud service. There are a lot of service now in world. So what about the Azure? And then we will learn about some description of Azure cloud service. There are some basic cloud service or important things about cloud service of Azure. So first of all, introduction of cloud computing. Cloud computing is a technology used to store and access data to and from an online source. This is the thing that first is a simple definition that cloud computing is a technology to you can store the data in a cloud, in an online source. It means in an online, somewhere in the online place, and you can access that data whenever you need. This is the simple and easy introduction of cloud. It is unique and different from keeping files on a hard disk, a computer, or other hardware device. There are some way we are storing data. One is in our computer hard disk, another one is in our computer, or there is the removable disk, hard pen drive, and other lot of disk there, lot of way there. So but this is the different way. This is not like that way you are just copy and paste those data to the that cloud computing. It is not like very simple or very easy things. There is a different way. This is not like the straight way to copy and paste. There will be a different way to store and access data from the cloud. The data is on the remote server, grounds coming. Data will be there will be a server. On that server data will be there, which anyone with proper rights and can access. Suppose you, if I'm the storing of data and I'm the owner of that data and owner of that remote server, so if I wish to give you to access that data, that I will give you the access permission, then only you can access those data. Otherwise, you cannot. This is the written here, which anyone with proper rights means. And proper rights is like there are some in right. There are three rights. The one is you can read only, one you can write, and one you can modify. Read only means you just can read. Just open and read. Write means you can write there, and modify means you can modify there. Delete and add something, or owner. Suppose I can make you another owner, so you can anything you can do in that on that data. So these are the privileged rights, proper rights. It makes remote working possible in companies, and as there are no hardware source involved, you can expect to save the operation expense and keep your data more secure. There are some few things in, suppose in the corona time, in COVID time, last 2 years back, the 3 years, moreover 3 years, the world was stuck. And that time we can realize that how important this remote work is. If we cannot do the remote work, then the damage will be more. The economical damage will be the more. But somehow we can manage for remote work, and we can control the damage. So in the cloud system, then it is this cloud system become more popular. Then people can understand that cloud system is very important to now the new technology of cloud system. So any suppose you I we have a uh, and also as there no hardware source involved, and you don't need to any hardware involvement. Suppose if you have only a computer and you are subscribed one uh, any cloud service from AWS or Azure or any other place, and you just have one laptop and internet, then you can access and you can work on the cloud. So you don't need to buy. If you have a company owner, then you don't need to buy the uh, so buy or rent the floor. You don't need to decorate your office and office premises expenses. You don't need to buy server and lot of things. Whenever you need to set up your office. So these operational expenses will be reduced and keep your data more secure. And the data will be more secure because Microsoft, AWS, and other well-known companies who are the giving the cloud service, then they are the more secure data. They are making your data more secure. They are putting your data in a more secure way. This is their responsibility to secure your data. Cloud computing is a setup or technology that lets you use the database, networks, servers, and software over the internet. Suppose in the internet, what we can use from the cloud service, one is the database, another one is network, server, and software. So these are the basic things we can use and take the service from the cloud service. One is database, we store data, networks for set up a office, servers for the servers for any stored data, or just operation from any apps or other things, and software. You know that every day we need some software to work on it. The cloud server do not have a physical existence. Physical existence means in a cloud server, you cannot touch or you cannot see the processor, you cannot see the server, you cannot see the routers, you cannot see nothing. There is no physical existence. They are present on the web. You they are in the web. They just give you a portal. From the portal, you can access it, your service. And these are the service that it is useful for your work. From where any user can access it, irrespective of the geographical location. It means wherever you are in the wherever your location is, that is a no problem. Just one anywhere. Suppose Microsoft, the data center is in India. So you put the data in India, but you're working from in Bangladesh. No problem. Geographical location is not a, you know, drawbacks, or is not a any bindings for a cloud service. So suppose if you have your company is in Australia and you have to work in Australia, not like that. Your company is in the Australia, that doesn't problem with anyone that's working in the Nigeria or in any African region. Therefore, it is an effective solution for companies with employees who work from remote setup. So this is the very important things, because suppose in Bangladesh, cybersecurity or ANA or any other high level technologies who are the using, uh, that expertise may be less. Maybe we don't have that much expertise here. So we need to sometimes we need to hire, or we need to hire consultant from the outside of the country. So if there is no cloud, then what we have to do? We have to give them the plane plane fares and everything. They will come. We have to give them hotel residence, and we have a lot of expense for that. They will come and they will check. They will stay here. Their accommodation, their food costing, their plane fare, entertainment, lot of things, lot of involvement is there. Money involvement is there. But now, if there is a cloud solution, then my office is in the cloud, my service is in the cloud, my apps is in the cloud, my everything is in the cloud. I just give him that access credential to him from America or US or any Europe country. The expertise can check my solution and check my problem and check my issues and give me the solution immediately. So this is a very easy way. They only give them the right access to the data. This is just I will give the right access of data, and everything will be visible to him, so he can work on it. No problem. So this is the introduction of cloud computing. Any questions about cloud computing or introduction or definition? Do you
Yes,
have?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, tell me.
So I want to ask example, if you are in the have a location or any country, you have poor internet. So can you use cloud internet so that you can have higher speed of the internet? So that poor internet cannot affect the cloud computing network internet
Yes, of
speed?
course. Yes, this is the main basic thing, that you need a good internet line.
Okay.
Nowadays, without internet, you cannot work anything, isn't it?
Yes.
Your business will be down. So this is the primary things. If you go on the technology, if you go to the business of the technology, or if you learn from the technology, you must have a good amount of good speed of internet. Okay. For cloud computing, it is must.
Okay, if example you connect the local example you connect the local your country, you connect your local internet. So after you connect with the uh, cloud computing networking, so if the local area network go down, the cloud computing network will go down.
Local area network is different thing. Cloud computing is different thing. If you go for cloud computing, then you don't need to for local
No,
network. Suppose your internet must be okay. Local LAN is that different issue, but your computer must have an internet. Is it
okay, okay,
in local LAN or any other place? It doesn't mean it.
okay,
Mean
okay.
it
So
is you whenever you use this cloud computing on that computer, you must have a good amount of speed of internet.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, that mean okay, the you are the one, your computer that you are using supposed to have the local internet that you are using. So the internet that you are sharing, so that cloud computing can that's a part of the cloud computing.
No, no, actually, I'm
Uh,
telling about that. Suppose I'm using this computer. Okay. I will
yes,
go to the portal and I will create a virtual machines. The work will be like this. The cloud part is the virtual machine. My computer is not in the part of a virtual cloud. My computer is
y-
what I'm doing. I'm just with this
okay, okay.
computer and with this internet, I'm just accessing cloud. The cloud
Yes,
service is inside that cloud.
okay, I got the
Okay.
point. I
For
understand.
access and for working on the cloud, you need a good amount of speed.
Okay.
Okay.
How mon
Cloud
how
actually cloud actually don't need good amount of speed.
okay, okay,
How
okay.
much you need to speed, it depends on your service. Suppose if you're a normal user, you just want to develop something, is a normal speed you can take. But suppose if you are a server, suppose you put a server in your office and there is a connection with this server with the uh, cloud cloud server, and there is synchronization processes going on, then you need to more speed because there are a lot of data is passing, a lot of data is transferring from your local premises to the cloud. So we will learn from the future in next some classes. That time your question will be more clear.
okay, thank you, sir.
Any other question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me.
Okay. If I got it, is cloud computing you have to access with internet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For access
So
it, we need to base internet.
yeah. But my question is, if we look at in Netflix, sometimes we can download a video offline. So is it not? Is it a cloud? Yeah. That like I want to ask question like, there is an option that we can have a cloud offline, like a cloud
No, no,
or
no.
local
No,
or
there is no. No, no, no. There is no this type of offline or online.
what
Cloud
about
always in the online. You
okay
cannot work anything in the offline. Okay.
why we can
But
download a video
there
offline
is no
and
no, in
because
the cloud
Netflix
service. There is Netflix
Netflix
different thing. Netflix is different.
Netflix use
Netflix.
SDN to download so we can
Look.
download offline we can download offline
Yes,
and
Netflix.
see the
Yes, Netflix is one part of service. They took one service. There is
uh,
a streaming service they are taking, but I'm telling about whole cloud computing. In cloud computing, you cannot. Netflix is just suppose a server. They took a server in the cloud and they give one service to you. There is streaming
uh,
service. That's all finished. But cloud computing, we are taking about infrastructure of cloud. So
okay.
suppose you make a server in the cloud. That server you cannot download offline. You have, if you want to work in that server, you have to be in the online. Okay.
Oh,
Netflix and other things is different. Okay. Now classified cloud computing. How the cloud computing is classified. Cloud computing is usually classified based on location or on the service cloud. There are two ways of you can classify cloud. One is the location based and the other one is the service based. The first one is the location based. There are four cloud: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, community cloud. And as the service clouds, based on the service, we can divide it into three services. That is software as a service. Normally, shortly, it's called SaaS, infrastructure as a service. It was for IaaS, and platform as a service. It calls PaaS, PaaS. We will learn all of them. First of all is the public cloud. The public cloud is defined as competing services offered by third-party providers over the public internet. There will be a public internet, and in the public internet, there is a third-party provider who are giving the cloud services, making them valuable to anyone who wants to use or purchase them. Who want to use, they have to purchase and they can use. There is no bindings that you cannot use or that company cannot use, nothing. Who wants to buy, they can buy and they can use. They may be free, sometimes some services are free, sold on demand, allowing customers to pay only per usage for the CPU cycle, storage, bandwidth on consume. They consume. It means that it may be free, sometimes sold on demand. You will demand and you will purchase. Suppose I need this only compute services, only database or only app services. So these three things I need. That can be possible. And others possible is you will pay as you are using, how much CPU you are using, how much storage you are using, how much bandwidth you are using. That amounts you will pay up to on your usage. Unlike private cloud, not like private cloud, public clouds can have companies from the expensive cost of having to purchase, manage, and maintain on-premises hardware and application infrastructure. Like I told you before, that as we are not buying or renting the any office, we don't need the decoration, we don't need the hardware, we don't need the power system, we don't need the cooling system, nothing for the server or any infrastructure services. So these things we don't need. But in the private cloud, we need these things. Later we will know about the private cloud. Then you will be clear why we will need these things for the private cloud. The cloud service provider is held responsible for all management and maintenance of the system. Look, it is very nice that all these things, power service, cooling system, backup, recovery, their monitoring, everything will be the headache on the you know that cloud service. We don't need to think about this. If there is a problem with the data, they will responsible. I don't have any responsible for this. Public clouds can also be deployed faster than on-premises infrastructure. It is example. Suppose if I tell you to build, give me one computer, build a one computer. You have to go to the market, then you have to find the hardwares, then you have to come back, then we have to assemble those hardwares to make a CPU. Then we have to connect a CPU, monitor and other things. Then you will set up, operating system. Then we will set up one by one the applications. But in the cloud, you just click for few seconds. We will learn for few minutes, few seconds. There one PC will be start in your desktop. So it is very easy. Suppose if you have a office, if you want to be office in the on premises, then it may take 10 months, 10 minimum 15 days to give a infrastructure of your office. But minimum, this one is minimum, maximum is more. But if same infrastructure, if you put in the cloud, if you want to put in the cloud, then it may take hardly 1 hour. Public clouds can also be deployed. Just tell you, every employee of a company can use the same application from any office or branch using their devices of choice, as long as they can have access to internet. As I told you, that they must need internet, and with the internet, every client or every staff from any places, from any branches, they can use the same applications or a same software, no problem. Suppose when we will the bank has the only one software where by which they can collect money or posting money on their database or on their server. But these apps or this software is open on their hundreds of branches. In the hundred of branches, maybe more than 5 people or 10 people in the working on that software. So it means thousands of users are using in the same time in the one apps by the use of cloud computing. Just they need one internet. Okay, this is the public cloud. Any question about public cloud?
This public cloud, can you
Any
use the?
example? Can you tell me any example?
Yes, I
Can you
can
think
say
about
I
like
public
think
cloud?
I think your email is it a public cloud because you
Yes,
if
email is
you
public cloud. Look,
yeah
A- Azure is a public cloud. Amazon is a public cloud.
yeah
GCP is
yeah
public cloud. These
G,
are the all
Gmail
public cloud because anyone
Gmail
can buy it. Gmail,
yes.
Google, anything. Suppose Azure,
yeah
Microsoft service, Azure. If you want to buy, if you have money, you can buy.
right.
So there is no, there is no rules and regulation that you cannot buy, Asian people cannot buy, or these people cannot buy. No, you just have money, you can buy. These are the public.
But what are the procedures to buy them?
Huh? Huh? I cannot understand.
I mean, what are the procedures to buy them?
It's easy.
You just need a, international credit card. And for buying or purchase, there is a, I will let you know about the next process.
Okay, inshallah.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I start to understand. So that I just you said that okay, this public cloud that you are saying to maintain the CPU, okay, all these stories,
And everything by the service, by the
okay, but
cloud service.
okay, but I think the Gmail those are only if you have access internet you can get it free, like to open
Yes.
your Gmail.
Yes.
But what
Yes.
are okay, like if you
Look,
have
here it is written, they may be free. So, hello.
yes, you can hear me.
Yes. Yes, they may be free. I told you before that Gmail, these options you can get free.
Google Classroom, this thing.
Yes, yes. These sometimes are free. Microsoft Teams free. Now
Yes.
we are using Microsoft Teams free, isn't it? Like,
Yes,
but
only if you
some are,
have internet.
yes.
So can you use their internet and you use this also this service or
Yes.
only okay.
Without internet, how can you use? We need
Okay.
internet and we have to purchase
Okay.
from the SU.
So
That one is not free.
okay. So another story that okay you need some laptop and that we are saying here those things you have to buy it. You need some laptop. You're supposed to have CPU, RAM, and you have how you can store your like your device. So some you have some
Data,
files. Yeah. So that's something like those you have to buy it.
data, data will be in the cloud. And
Yeah.
you
That's
just
I'm
working
saying.
from with your
Just
computer.
just to provide you store that CPU amount of CPU you need RAM.
It depends. It depends how. Suppose
How
there are there are different way to purchase or take subscription fee from the cloud. So we will learn about those things the next between the next few classes, that how can and how the way we can purchase or take subscription from the cloud, Azure cloud. So we will learn about those things. But normally
okay.
Sir,
you
but
just
is
need
it
What
one
guaranteed?
what
laptop and one internet.
Sir, but is it
Yes,
guaranteed? I mean, is it guaranteed?
I can I cannot
After
understand.
purchasing, is it? I mean, after purchasing, is it guaranteed?
Warranty.
Yeah, guarantee.
Guarantee
Yeah.
is that your data, you look, there is 99.9% your server will be on, means online. There will be no, slow down, or there will be no, uh, down your servers. It will be 99.9%. Your server will up. And if there is a maintenance issue, then they will give you message or email before that, this time your service will be down. It may be once in a year, or maybe 6 months in a year, or any upgradation or any maintenance issue. But it is not every time. And it may be, suppose, 1 hour or 50 minutes like this. Less than
Okay,
also 10
sir.
minutes, 15 minutes. And the guarantee is your data will be most protected. If you find that your data is leakage, or your data is hiding, or your data is hacked, then you can sue Azure, Microsoft. And Microsoft will be reliable for all these things. So they will give you the compensation. Yes.
Okay, so that's mean like example, I come to IoT here. Okay, they say okay the laptop storage is not enough for them. So this kind of the situation that you have to create this laptop and you create the store amount of the story they need all in the cloud. So
Yes,
I
like
think
this.
okay. So if you want to log in, so like you are administrator, okay, the part that you can share the how to call the users, different users.
Yes, actually like this. Whenever it, suppose I put, there is a, you went, you are doing a job in a software company, and that software company, we put, we make one server in a cloud, and there we put one software, or apps environment. I give that access to the developer. They are working on that server to make or build one app. It is like that. They are working from their home with their laptop. They just connected to the cloud and access to that server, and they are working on it all together. No problem. Like
Okay,
this way.
each like you can divide the how to call the how to call the login, like this one is a secretary, this one a finance,
Yes,
and the
yes,
different.
like
Okay,
this.
okay,
Yes.
okay. Thank you.
Then there is a comments private cloud. What is private cloud? The private cloud is defined as computing service offered either over the internet or a private internal network, and only to select users instead of general public. It is, suppose it can be accessed by the internet or the private internal network, like bank they are using. There is a internal intranet. It is called intranet, not internet. It is called intranet, because they are connected with each branches together, but they are not exposed in the internet. They are working internally. So these are the public cloud, sorry, private cloud, also called an internal or corporate cloud. Also sometimes they are called internal cloud or corporate cloud. Private cloud computing gives business many of the benefits of a public cloud. It's a benefit. Some benefit is there over the public cloud. What are those? Including self-service. You have to do yourself. So you know everything, what's going on there. Scalability. Scalability means you can scale up and scale down. Scale up, actually, scale down is very rare. Scale up. Whenever you need, you can up your backup capacity. You can add memory. You can add, uh, you know, uh, your CPU, like this. And elasticity, same thing. Elasticity you can do with the additional control and customization available from dedicated resources over computing infrastructure hosted on premises. Depend on how the, suppose you are a put a e-commerce site in your uh, public private cloud. Private cloud means in your data center or in your local server. Now it is giving too much access or too much traffic, then you need to give the you need to increase the bandwidth. Then you can calculate and you can increase the bandwidth on your way. But in public cloud there are some slot, 10 mbps, 20 mbps, 30 mbps, 40 mbps, but you need 35 mbps. There is no option of 35 mbps in public cloud. because that company is giving you 30 and 40, not 35. So you have to take 40, but there is you need 35. So extra 5 band 5 Mbps bandwidth you are taking extra, and you are giving the money of extra. These things you can, make it in public, private cloud. So you can control. In addition, private clouds deliver a higher level of security and privacy through the both company firewalls and internal hosting to ensure operating and sensitive data are not accessible of third-party providers. As I'm told that everything depends on cloud service about your data security, but suppose some data must be more, you need more secure. Suppose a bank's data, if there is a problem with bank data, then there is a numerous numerous loss will be there. Bank will face a lot of loss, means millions of loss of money if there is a hack in the bank side. So they don't want to go in the public cloud, they always want to be in the private cloud, because their data is not exposed on the public cloud. Though public cloud is giving you the ensure that your data is secure here, but they are thinking that we will control by ourselves, and we will make the data on by ourselves. In here there are two levels of security. One is you are giving the security here, and you are giving the security to the branches, and branches also taking the securities. So there are two levels or three layers of securities in there. On drawbacks is that the company's IT department is held responsible for the cost of accountability of managing. It is the one drawback that you have to hire a good, knowledgeable and good expert, highly expert people in the IT, because all these things depending on them. So private cloud require the same staffing, management and maintenance expenses as traditional data center. Suppose if the data center need the staffing, management and maintenance, same things you need if you build a private cloud. It means you have to expense lots of money, and you have to give lots of budget on that. So this is the private cloud. Any question about private cloud?
Yes, sir.
Private cloud is like bank are using private cloud.
So that's
Some
mean
big corporate companies account section, they are in the private cloud. They don't want to expose those one in the private public cloud.
so
Yes,
that's mean and the public cloud this is a normal, you can use the normal service.
normal service. And
Yeah, normal.
nowadays, yes,
Yeah,
nowadays,
you
but
can
now,
you can use website also there. Oh, no need.
yes, but
So
nowadays, some banks are also going to the public cloud.
why?
Some bank is also going to the public cloud,
Because it's less cost or
because
what?
because the IT staff, because they are now, they don't have that much potential IT staff who can manage and who can take care of the security of the data center or the data.
So the
That's why they
private,
are going to public cloud.
so
You have
the
a private cloud. You have a, suppose I'm just telling you one thing. Suppose you have a plane. I give you a plane. Then aircraft. I give you aircraft. But you don't know how to operate the aircraft. So it is useless for you, isn't it? There is
yes.
you can buy. Banks can buy devices, security devices, can buy high profile security services, but IT peoples are not that much qualified to operate those things or make it successful or make it professional or make it necessary. So that's why they are going to the public cloud.
So
Uh,
that
it means that many banks it's low. It's I can say
Yes, slowly they're going
migrate
public cloud.
migrate to a public cloud because of
Public cloud, yes.
they don't know how the private cloud it's work, right?
Yes, the security system
Is
is the
it is
main
it
for
that complicated
things
to
for them.
manage it?
Yeah, is it complicated?
Actually, no, no. No, actually, they are doing not private cloud. They are doing hybrid cloud. Some they are using in the private cloud, some service they are using in the public cloud. It is called hybrid cloud. Banks are using this one, corporates are using this one. Some
Like
potential
both.
data or confidential data they are keeping in the private cloud. Others they are going to the public cloud. Like this, they
Okay,
are working like this way.
this hybrid like both of them, like a combination of the private and the
Combination
public.
private and public. Suppose you have a company and you have a lot of departments there. In the lot of departments, lot of data, a lot of applications there. So you think that my department's accounts data is the most important. So I just make it this one as a private cloud, a small data center or a small server I put, and there I put that amount of data or application for only account section, and other sections data and application I give on the public cloud. So by this way, we can control my expense and also less pressure on IT department. Just they are managing some few data. Okay.
Okay. And this public and the private and the hybrid, which one is cost most?
It depends on you actually, your service. This is hybrid cloud.
Which one of them will
Just
you
we
recommend for
say this is
for an
it is
individual?
depends on you. Expense
But
in only depends on you. Suppose if you have in your service only 2 server, then it's less cost. But your company is big, you need 5 more server, then your costing will be more. Like this.
so
It
that
depends on
mean
your company, depends on your service.
okay, that mean no matter is public or cloud, is meaning the what you are using.
Yes. What
Okay.
is the using?
So but
What
the
is your purpose of
yeah,
using?
the private have many layers, many security layers. That's I think that you are
Many security
explaining.
layers? Yes. But
Yeah,
private is the more expensive.
is a more because of that securities.
More expensive, you have to maintain that one, you know. Bandwidth, you have to maintain the internet. You have to maintain the hardwares. You have to maintain the data. You have to maintain the power system also. And you have to maintain the cooling system also. There are a lot of dependencies in the private cloud.
So what about the
The room
public?
must be the room must be cool all time. The
What
the power system means electric power or current power. There should be electric power all the time. There should
so
be bandwidth all the time. Otherwise, your system will down. These are the things you have to maintain. And there will be a monitor system 24/7. It means anytime hacker can try to hack you. That time it must be protected. And there will be a person who can, all time 24/7. A person or 2 person or a group of people, they always be on tour. That anytime any attack they can prevent.
what about the public in this case?
Public cloud, you don't need to these things. These things they are maintaining. Their issue.
Okay.
If
Okay,
they
like
happen, you can blame them.
okay, that's mean and this private is dependent. You have to depend the more you user have to depend the many cases there.
Yes. Private means it's you. You are the
Yeah, that
responsible for everything.
oh okay. Like public mean is the cloud. The cloud is the responsible for that.
Cloud, sir. Yes, yes.
So a brick mean so okay you have to do some of them.
Hybrid just I'm giving
So
you, but
cloud also
I'm describing.
okay.
Hybrid refers to cloud computing model that uses combination of at least one private cloud and at least one public cloud. At least one private cloud and at least one public cloud. If any company take one private cloud and one public cloud, it means they are using a hybrid clouds, which
So
work together for mix of
so
cloud computing service.
yeah, so the public even know is the normal electricity can work, normal
No, no,
current,
public or
no, normal
pub-
current.
public cloud. Public cloud is depends on your cloud service provider. You don't need to think about this.
Okay.
I'm telling you, these things you don't need to. Maintenance, managing, all are done by the public cloud, means cloud services. You don't need think about this. Okay. Now, hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud refers to a cloud computing model that uses a combination of at least one private cloud or at least one public cloud. There will be one private cloud or one public cloud will be there. They work will together and the service will be more flexible. Flexible means whenever you there is a just I told you that you have an account system. You just put this account system in a private cloud, private on-premise data center or on-premise server, and there are others from others departments, applications, services, or the data you can put in the public. So it will be more flexible. And hybrid cloud sometimes called a cloud hybrid. Sometimes they are called cloud hybrid. Hybrid is a computing environment that combines as on-premise data center, which the public is combined. Just remember this is combined of these two, private and public. After that is a community cloud. It is for those
Sir,
companies or those peoples who have the
sir,
less. Yes,
I have a question.
yes.
For hybrid clouds, because if, for example, I work in a company, in a bank, so he told me to purchase a cloud. So the e-cloud provider can provide me two or both of them, like public and private, or I
Private
have
private
I have
cloud.
or I have to
Let me
buy
finish.
each iPhone.
No, no. Private cloud means in your own data center, in your own server. This is not for public. Azure has no private thing. Azure is a public cloud. Private is you are making one server in your room. This is called
Okay.
private. Okay. And public means Azure is the public.
So that means public is a independent, private is a dependent.
Yes, private is dependent. And community cloud is another type of cloud. This cloud is using by those people or those organizations who have the same type of same type of work and same type of data. If it is shared, then they don't have any problem. Then they are using this community cloud. By using this cloud, they have to give less amount of money. Suppose one server, my company is using that server, your company are also using that server, X company also using that server, Z company also using that server. We don't have any problem to share our data with each other, and there is no confidential data on there. Okay. This type of cloud is called community cloud.
Okay,
There
sir.
are few community cloud.
Sir. So
There are few
this,
community cloud.
so that, sir.
Yes.
So this means like you have a company, you have a fabric example, you have Body Bazaar, Gazipur, Domondin, Utura. So because you are the owner of this company, the company, and you have different places, so you use this community cloud? I think is better.
Yes, yes, you can use this model. Yes. Suppose I have companies. I have one shoemaking
Like
company. I
like
have one garments.
Apex in Bangladesh,
Yes.
because
Yes.
they have different posts, they can use the community.
Yes.
This thing is better.
Yes, they can use the
Okay,
community.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
This is now the location-based finish. Now we will know about the based on a cloud service based. One is software as a service. Software as a service allows users to connect to and use cloud-based apps over the internet. Common example, just in the internet, there will be a service we just use that software, only that software, like email, Office tools, Microsoft 365. I'll just you say that Gmail, we're using that one. This is called software as a service. Software service providers complete software on a pay as you go basis from, yeah, like Microsoft 365, you have to buy. Okay, you rent your, we are renting the apps for our organization. So these are the software as a service.
So like I
User and 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 your users connect it over the internet, usually with a web browser. With the web browser, we can use this type of software. The, always remember, software as a service in the cloud, we have to use web browser to work on that software. All of the underlying infrastructure, middleware, app software, or app data are located in the service provider data center. It means you're using Gmail, all our data, our services, everything depends on the Gmail server, Google server. We don't need to think about those things, isn't it? They will ensure availability and security of the app and your data as well. They are the give you the security and the availability of your data. SAS allows you the organization get quickly up and running with an app, minimal upfront cost. Suppose if I need a email server, before there was a lot of email servers there, a server, Zimbra server. So you have to install it, configure it. Lot of things is there, lot of work is there. But now we do it. We just Microsoft 365 for your company. It's an email server you are getting. User access immediately to their officer office mail. Okay, these are the
yes, sir. Think you think your internet is gap.
yes.
So I'm saying that okay, like to say okay, this my name is Malamini arroba dot google dot com. So that is a free example. Okay, I want to use my company Gmail like IUT Dhaka.edu.
Mm.
So that you're supposed to pay.
Yes, yes. That's supposed
Okay. What about this calendar? Like you want to your own calendar, like okay, this your like your office calendar because it depends on your company or that you are saying here.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm saying. Office calendar, your own personal calendar you can use.
Yes, yes.
Then platform as a service. It is mostly used by the software
Yes.
development company.
So
Platform. They are making a platform.
this
Platform as a service is a complete. Which one?
this cloud can use it. You can cloud can provide you this type of the services, or you have to do it by
Yes, yes,
yourself, or
yes. This
cloud is
service.
supposed.
This service. No, no, no. You have to buy these services. You have to
Okay,
choose these services.
okay. Like
Platform
the
as a
no,
service is a yes, tell me.
yes, I'm saying that okay, these normal Gmails that google.com or Yahoo,
It's a
this all
software as
is
a
free.
service.
Yeah, this software, but all this is free. Like
Gmail
the
is
normal
free.
our normal
Microsoft 365 is not free. Microsoft
Microsoft.
365 you have to buy. Yes, how much is how much to buy?
Which one is supposed to be free?
Google is free. Gmail.
Okay, okay.
I think Google is free, but one part is free and one part you have to purchase.
Yes. Suppose if you
Because
suppose in
Google
Google,
have 15
Google,
15 gigabyte.
Google is a
But
driver. Drive. We have a drive.
yeah, after
In
after
drive you can
15
put
driver you cannot buy.
yes. So you have to buy. There is a
Yes.
limit.
15
Platform as
gigabytes.
a service is a yes, platform as a service is a complete development and deployment environment with cloud, with resources that enables you to deliver everything from simple cloud-based application, sophisticated cloud-enabled enterprise application. Suppose if you want to build a cloud application, means internet application. Suppose you want to build a e-commerce site or apps, online apps, then you have to do one thing. You have to deliver the cloud service will give you all the supporting services they need. Suppose database, server, and everything you can take from the cloud. These are the called platform as a service. You purchase the resources you need from the cloud service provider. Which service you need, you just buy those service only. You don't need all the package. Okay, then you can use and access them over secure internet connection. There will be a secure internet connection. It is called private VPN, virtual private network connection. We will learn about how to create virtual private network. Like IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Let me finish, then you can ask question. It will be better. Suppose one slide I say finish. PaaS include infrastructure. PaaS can create server, storage, and networking, but also middleware. Any middleware means any other type of service or software you need to run that your e-commerce site. I'm just giving the example. Development tools, any development tools, business intelligence services, which there are some services called BI, Power BI, which helps you to statistically give you the some data or some supports that how your service will be in the market, will take profit. Database management system and more. These are the all you can take from the PaaS and more. PaaS is designed to support the complete web application lifecycle. It means from building a website, testing and deploying, managing and updating, all these things you can do with the PaaS. There is another course and another service. It is called Azure DevOps, development and operations. Nowadays, it is very popular for software companies who are the developing software or apps. Azure DevOps. So from DevOps, there is option to building, testing, deploying, managing, and all those things. From fast to last, all the service you can get from there. PaaS allows you to avoid the expense and complexity of buying, managing software license. Software license they will give, so you don't need to buy. The underlying application infrastructure and middleware, container, orchestrator, like Kubernetes, or the development tools. These Kubernetes containers, we will learn in this course, no problem. In Azure, there is a container called Kubernetes. We will learn this one. Kubernetes container is like this. Suppose if you want to make apps, then first of all, we have to take a server. But if there is another option, is called only container. You can take one service. This is called container, and that container you will put your apps or configure your apps. That apps will run in the internet. You don't need to buy any server. You manage the application and services you develop. The cloud service provider typically manage everything else. You just take the services and you just build and you just deploy your apps. Other things are managing by the cloud service. Okay. You just click that I want. There's option to click to buy a database. You just click, database will be ready. You don't need to configure or anything. Automatically, it will be configured for you. So this is called platform as a service. Platform as a service basically used by the developer. Develop any application or websites. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay. Infrastructure as a yes.
so this pass that I'm saying here, so this, okay, if someone who, like, example, we come as a like okay, cloud administrator in this case. Okay, if we don't know how to code in Oh, you don't know how to code in. Okay. So
Look,
this
cloud
case,
administrator doesn't need to code.
okay.
Look,
See,
look, look.
just
I'm telling, I'm telling you are, mixing all the things. Cloud administrator will not do any code. Suppose this pass is used in the software development company. Software development company has a developer. They will be the code. You just create the environment. You just create the server. You just create the service by the SU, and you will give the credential to them. That this is your container. This is the username. This is the password. Now you will do whatever you want.
oh,
Okay.
okay, okay,
Coding and
okay,
everything they will do. Okay.
okay.
You just don't need.
I got the
You
point.
just build. Okay. Now, infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service is a type of cloud computing service that offers essential compute storage. Now, this one is the everything you need in your to build a office in the local premises. Now you are doing in the cloud. Everything, your office will be in the cloud. There will be a computer, virtual machine for your MD, virtual machine for your developers, virtual machine for your accounts people, virtual machines, computers for your marketing department. Everything will be in the cloud. So this is called IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Migrating your organization infrastructure to an IaaS solution helps you reduce maintenance on-premises data center. You don't need on-premises data center. You don't need any hardware cost. Real-time business inside IaaS solution give you the flexibility of scale. Everything will be in the cloud. You don't need to think about those things. Okay. All your office hardware device don't need. You just take the service from the cloud. They will give everything. Actually, you actually don't need to install, configure, manage, nothing. Firewall, everything managed by the cloud service for your office. This is called virtual office. Sometimes we have a virtual office. This is the virtual office. You have no existence here. You can office from anywhere. Suppose you are in the vacation, you can do office. You are in the home, you can do office. You don't need to go to the office. Office is in the cloud. This is called infrastructure as a service. This type of service also you can take. Now this is purpose of cloud computing.
Sir,
Why we will do cloud? Yes.
sir. Okay, all these like SaaS, PaaS, and the IaaS. So all this software that you are, or the service that you are saying, so we will do it here, or is have its own course, or we like we will build some, we will do some
We will
examples here, or
we will do the services, how we will use these services here. Suppose IaaS service, we need which service we need to make IaaS, we will learn here. For PaaS, which service, suppose containers, there is a containers we need to use PaaS, we will learn here. Okay.
okay,
And monitoring, managing,
okay,
all the things
okay,
we will learn here.
okay, thank you.
For purpose of cloud computing, reduce IT cost. We know this one already we learn about. We don't reduce IT cost. There is a no hardware we need, so it will reduce our IT cost. Managed by experts, as we say that with the private cloud, you have to, uh, take more skilled person, more skilled IT person. But if you in the cloud, suppose Microsoft, they are always using, they are always, best IT guys are working in Microsoft or Amazon. So your service or your data is in the Microsoft. It means your data is managing by the world's most best IT skills persons. Okay. So managed by the experts. Your data always managed by the experts. Secure environment. Your data will be there secure. What we will think about, suppose you are building a one cloud here, one server here in your premises, and do you compare your security of your server with the server in the Microsoft? Do you think your server is more secure than Microsoft server? No. So your server will be the more secure in service provider. 24/7 monitoring. It means Always your server, your data, your server, your service is monitoring 24/7. There are some person or there are some automated tools are using, they're using this. There is a problem. If there is a problem happen, they will give you they will notify you or message you. So in the private cloud, it is very difficult to give a person or give a group of people assignment that you will be in here 24/7. It is actually not, it is actually totally impossible. Less downtime. There will be less downtime. In suppose you put a data center or you know service here. Sometime we need a net problem, internet connection. You have nothing to do because it depends on another party, ISP, internet service provider. You have nothing to do with them. But in cloud, they are using satellite connections and others new technologies and well-known technologies, and they have a backup lines and all those things. So they have a less downtime. Your system will be always up. Improve speed and bandwidth, and there is bandwidth and speed is more secure, and they are giving quality bandwidth. We're using this one is not quality bandwidth. Sometimes we're getting bandwidth more, but we are not downloading the files. We are getting more bandwidth, but we cannot browse a huge site, or you cannot browse a good site because our bandwidth is not quality bandwidth. Their bandwidth is the quality of bandwidth is very good. Then improve time to market. Suppose if you have, don't think about this managing services and all those IT staffs and everything, then you have a time to think about the market. And also, as I told you, that suppose if I say suppose I want to make one app service and I want to make some business with this app service. Normally, what we have to do? We have to take office, then we have to decorate the office, we have to buy the servers, PCs, and lots of stuff is there, lots of time is there. The lots of time is going to the setup of the office. But here we will learn that only few seconds we can build computer, build network, just a few minutes. So you have a time. Suppose a company, I'm giving a company by local, using by local, my by using by local staff. So I am renting a place, putting my furnitures, setting my office. It takes 2 months, 3 months. Then I'm going for develop the apps, and it takes more 6 months. Then total 9 months to 1 year I have in the market. But you took the cloud computing and you took only 10 to 20 days to build up a infrastructure in the cloud, and you are starting the development, and after 3 months you have your development is done. Then in the month of 4 months you went for the market. But I'm taking, I took 1 year, you are taking only 4 months by using cloud. Better in-house management. Now your IT management is very much relaxed and free. And for this, they have a lot of time to learn about more new technologies coming. Learn your IT management or IT people can give you the more, suggestion or more suggestion to grow how to make your IT, IT service or IT, uh, what I am saying, IT service more accurate or more efficient, how you can develop your IT things. So these are the things you can take from the IT management group as they are now very much relaxed. Scalable and elastic service. This is very nice thing for cloud service. Suppose you build one server and you start a business of e-commerce. In the beginning of the business, you have a lot of traffic. So your bandwidth is speed you're taking more. Now there is a lot of space you need. You took 1000 TB of your hard disk, 100 GB of your memory, but after 3 months, your website is not running well. Traffic is less. Bandwidth, no need. You don't need no need this amount of bandwidth. So you decrease that bandwidth. But what about the hard disk space? What about the RAM? You already bought these two things. You nothing to do with this. All are the space are unused. All are the memory are unused. But you already invest those things. But in the cloud, suppose you are if this service is in the cloud, public cloud, then you just tell cloud service that now I don't need 30 TB, make it 10 TB. They will make 10 TB immediately, and they will after that they will charge you for only 10 TB, 10 terabyte space. You put your memory 10 GB. I don't need more 32 GB memory. I need only 10 GB. They will immediately scale down it to 10 GB. And after that, they will charge it only 10 GB. So your expense will be less. Okay. So this is called scalable and elastic service. Accessible from anywhere. As I told, if you have internet from anywhere, any site, you can access it. But suppose if you build a office for software development or anything, if any developer need to work, then they have to go office. Without office, they cannot do anything. But if that company is in the cloud, then anywhere, from anywhere, any people can work there. So
Yes,
now
sir.
we will,
Sir,
yes,
can you go back, please? Yes. Scalability and elastic. So what I'm saying, yeah,
yes,
what I'm saying here, I think sometimes the elastic is better because you have to put everything in the automatically, so it will increase automatically, it will reduce. But sometimes in the
yes,
cloud, yeah, because
yes,
sometimes if you are using data, maybe you don't know some you are wasting some spaces, and you have to pay it, but you don't know you are wasting. But elastic, so
yes,
if you the amount that you are using, that only that they can provide you.
yes,
If you increase,
yes. Okay, this is elastic tag. Suppose in the night time, your traffic is less. Then night time your bill will be less. Okay. When there is a more data, more traffic, then automatically it will increase the bandwidth. When there is less traffic, automatically they will less the bandwidth. So they will charge according to lightning. It is called elastic.
yes, thank you.
Now Azure. Azure is a cloud computing platform and an online portal that allows you to access and manage cloud service. And we know that. And resource provided by the Microsoft. All the resources provided by the Microsoft. Data center, physical devices, all the provided by the Microsoft. These services and resources include storing your data and transforming it. This service, what will do? They will store your data and transform it whenever you need. To get access to these resources and service, all you need to have is an interactive internet connection. Just you need an active internet connection. You need an ability to connect the Azure portal. How you can able to Azure portal? You have to register on the Azure portal or purchase the service subscription. Things you know about Azure. Some things you have to know about the Azure. It was launched on February 1, 2010, significantly later than its main competitor AWS. First one is AWS, then it came Azure, Microsoft Azure when February 1, 2010. It's free to start and follows as per as user model, pay per use model. How many you will use, that much you will pay. This is free start. First of all, you can log in is free, then you can you can pay per use model, which means you pay only the service you opt for. Which service you are taking, that service amount of payment you have to pay. Interestingly, 80% of the Fortune 500 companies use Azure service for their cloud computing needs. Fortune 500 is a organization who are, survey that the best companies in the world. They told that 80% of the best world companies are using Azure. Azure supports multiple programming language, including Java, Node.js, and C Sharp. They are using the most popular operating software programming language that peoples who are developing the software or apps, they can use Azure very sharply. Another benefit of Azure is the number of data center it has around the world. The most amount of data center are in Azure. There are 42 Azure data centers spread around the globe. 42 data center, which is the highest number of data center of any cloud platform, as I told you. Also, Azure is planning to get more 12 data center, which it will increase 54. There will be, it is now 42 and 12 will be more is coming. In Bangladesh, Gazipur Kaliakot, there will be a one data center for Microsoft soon. They will open. Work is going on there. What type of service we can take from Azure? These are the basic service. One is virtual machine. We can create virtual machine. Virtual machine means a computer which is working in virtual. Cloud service. There are some cloud service. This service lets you create scalable application within the cloud. Once the application is deployed, everything including provision, load balancing, and health monitoring is taken care by the Azure. As I told you, you just make a cloud service and you put in the cloud. All other things, load balance, health monitor, and all other things is taken by the Azure. Another is service fabric. Service fabric is a microservice. It is called, suppose, container type. You want to put one apps. So normally we have to create server or other things, but there is an option. It is called service fabric. It is they will just give you those service which you need to run the apps. It will be most cost effective. You don't need to all the things for to run the apps. They will give you the specific things that you need to run the apps only. Functions. With functions, you can create application in any programming language. The best part about this service is that you need to worry about the hardware requirement while developing application, because Azure takes to care of that. All you need to provide the code. Functions means, suppose there are some common functions. Normally, I can just give a simple example. Plus is a function, arithmetic function. Minus is an arithmetic function. Multiplication is the arithmetic function. Division is the arithmetic function. You just create 3 code of functions, 4 code of functions in Azure, and you are a software development company, and you need this type of arithmetic operations very often. So whenever you need any applications, this type of service you need, you just call them. They will, this function will work on that application. Suppose we have thousands of hundred of applications there you are building. So normally what you have to give this type of code in those hundreds of applications. For addition, you need to add this code on hundred of applications. But now you just create once and you just call them. That I need this application, automatically this function will work on that application. We don't need to create individual code for every application. This is called functions. Then there is a network. Azure use CDN, content delivery network. Do you know content delivery networking? CDN. Do you know? Do you have any idea about CDN?
Yes, like
Suppose,
Netflix.
yes, like
Like
Netflix.
Netflix.
Suppose in
Yes,
Netflix,
we have like
whenever you put, suppose whenever you click on the Netflix, you are watching from the Bangladesh, there will be written there. The
Yes.
top films in Bangladesh. It is means they are very close to Bangladesh. There is some content delivery network there. There is some server is there very near to Bangladesh. All are the Bangladeshi people who are watching on that server. Okay. For USA, there is a different. So as you have that type of service in networking. Express route. There is a special course express route. This one is this one used for the secure private network. So VPN. You know VPN? Any idea about VPN? Virtual
Yes.
private network. With
Yes.
virtual private network, what happened? Suppose I am talking with you now. Now it's a very easy way, normal way. You are connect with the PC. Suppose if you want to connect with the PC, there is one option is remotely you can connect. Okay, remote server, remote connection. This one is very straightforward connection. There is no security between you and your company server. Now, anyone between them can get the data easily and they can read those data. But whenever you create a virtual private network, there will be a virtually tunnel there and all the data is going through the tunnel. So it is very difficult to break those tunnel and take the data from them. This is called virtual private network, VPN. And this VPN, what happened? You are using one internet connection provider from your home, but your office is using another internet connection provider from your home. So two different internet connection provider are connected with a virtual private network. But whenever you create express route is Microsoft will tell you that in Bangladesh we have our own, you know, uh, our own authorized private ISP or internet service provider X. So you are contacting with X and you are telling that I want to make one virtual private network with Microsoft this service, then this company will create one virtual private network with Microsoft. So there is one connection, one service provider. There is no, you know, tagging or no joining system. One connection is connecting with both sides. So this is called express route. I'm telling you like this way. It's suppose this is your company, one company, and this is your home. Now you want to make a virtual private network. Your company is connected with your ISP and sorry, your company and you also connected your ISP. Now what happened? Your company will go here. I'm just this is some I'm just telling you, and your company's connection will come here. So there is a joint somewhere. Now they are connected with each other. This is called normal virtual traffic network. But if you want to go express route, then what happened there? Now the there is your company. Here is you. Now you are asking Microsoft that I want to go for my express route. And Microsoft told that there is a company called B authorized by us. So they are already connected with Microsoft and they are just give one connection to you. So one network is connected with you and Microsoft. So these are the more secure than before, isn't it? Now you can understand about express route.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now virtual network, we know all the network, isn't it? As we do the CCNA, so we can do the networking virtually. We can do the subnet, we can do the network, we can do everything what we will do in the networking, making firewall, uh, making load balancing, all the things we can do in the Azure service. Azure DNS, this service is to host your DNS. DNS means domain name service. It means if you put, if you want to make your, uh, suppose if you want to uh, host your website, company website to the Azure, you can do with the DNS, domain name service system. So these one also you can do with the Azure. And last one is the storage service. Azure has a disk storage. It means hard disk from the hard disk or SSD. This type of disk you can hide, you can take from the Azure for rent, and you can use. You can store data on along with that disk separately or with the your virtual machine. Blob storage. Blob storage is one kind of massive storage where you can store any amount of data, any type of data. There will be no structure of data, any type of data. So video, data, anything you can put. File storage means you can put file there. Block size files. You can make an audio file. You can make a data file. First of all, you have to create a file. Then you have to put the data there. And then the queue storage. Queue storage is called the message storage actually. Whenever you are developing a developing company, then somehow when we suppose login, if you go for login any service, then what we'll see, there is a if we mismatch any password, then what they give one message that please write down the your username and password is not incorrect, is not correct. This is the common thing, common message. So suppose you are a software company and you have a lot of apps. So this message usually you need for every apps. So you will create a message in a queue storage and you will put it in the queue storage, and queue storage give you the number or serial number of this message. Suppose 112. So whenever you need any application to use this queue storage, you just put in the code there for this number, then automatically this message will show on that apps. So you don't need to create again new that message box for new app service. Okay, this is called queue storage. It is actually called message storage. Why you will use Azure? Whenever you need to create any application development, you need Azure. For testing any application, you need Azure. For application hosting, as you know, we can host application. We have a domain service, so you can use Azure. Suppose if you want to create any virtual machine, you need any virtual machines, then we use Azure. Integrate and synchronize features. If you need to synchronize our app service or any services that you're using, we need virtual. Collect and store metrics. Store metrics means suppose you're using a lot of service in Azure, and Azure will collect the metrics. Metrics means metric. What is the called metric? Metric thing with which you can measure. So you can measure your data. You can measure your costing from the Azure. How much costing for these 6 months, and you can feel the budget, or you can create the budget, or you can think about, or you can planning that next 6 months how we will run like this. Virtual hard drives. There are a lot of virtual hard drives. Sometimes we need only virtual hard drives to storage data. So for these things, we need actually Azure. But these are the basic things all the peoples we knew for the Azure. So this is the end of today's lecture. Any question you can ask today's lectures.
Okay, sir. Because
Yes.
yeah, we talk about the cloud service or cloud environment, and we talk about also Azure environment. So these two, what is the difference between the Azure and the cloud?
Cloud is the cloud. Okay. Cloud is the overall things, and Azure is one of them. I'm just telling you the cloud, the overall the cloud. And lastly, I gave you that Azure is one, have all of these services. Do you understand?
Yeah, cloud is all of these services. So Azure is like inside the cloud.
Azure is one of the cloud service which have all of these services.
Anything that you can do inside the cloud, you can do it inside Azure.
Yes. Whatever you
Create.
need to do in the cloud, you can do in the Azure.